Now, my friends, you know that I've said many times in the past that school administrators are morons. Generally, not everyone, but most of them are. Here's some more proof. Item from the Daily Mail. A 12-year-old girl who received texts from a classmate threatening to shoot up the school has been diagnosed with PTSD and is being homeschooled now, while her abuser has been allowed back in the classroom. When Nora Nissenbaum told a boy from her class she wasn't interested in him anymore, he started texting her images of Adolf Hitler and insults such as, quote, dirty Jew, unquote. Nora's parents contacted her suburban Philadelphia middle school and police. Soon after, word spread that the boy was had supposedly threatened to take a gun to class and target 33 people, including Nora. But within a week, the boy was back in class, despite facing criminal charges in juvenile court, and he and Nora were crossing paths in the hallway 8 times a day. Knowing that he wants to hurt me scares me a lot, said Nora, who has elected to finish the school year at home with the case against her classmate still unresolved. Unquote. Yes, my friends, morons. Morons was the word I used to describe school administrators, not just here, but around the country, who routinely, and I mean I see items like this every single week, make stupid decisions, penalize innocent, good students, let rotten students, rotten kids have their way. They make one bad decision after another. It brings to mind that old expression, those who can, do. And those who can't, teach. And those who can't teach become school administrators. It ripped my heart when I heard this sweet 12-year-old little girl, Nora, say, knowing that he wants to hurt me scares me a lot. So this piece of crap, boy, and by the way, his parents ought to be investigated, and quickly. This piece of crap boy is allowed the free run of the school while this sweet, innocent young girl has to take herself out of school, away from her friends, and be homeschooled for fear of being hurt. I've said it a billion times. I'll say it a billion more times. This is liberalism, where the victim is the criminal and the criminal is the That's why I inveigh against liberalism, Freudian slip, so often. It's corrosive, it's destructive, it's stupid, and it makes victims out of innocent people. In this case, a 12-year-old girl who's afraid to go to school. And by the way, with all the school shootings we've had recently, what action are they taking against this kid who has threatened to come in and shoot people? Any? It's Thursday. It's Riell Truth. I'm Howard Riell, and we'll be back.
Are you driving a vehicle with hail damage from summer storms? Tired of waiting months to get your vehicle repaired? Dent Vision specializes in paintless dents and hail repair. And unlike traditional body shops, Dent Vision gets your vehicle back to you in days, not weeks. Insurance approved, top quality repairs with lifetime warranty. Call today for your immediate appointment, 970-541-0679. That's 970-541-0679, or look us up at dentvisionco.com.
Obamacare must be repealed. Premiums have risen as much as 100%.
Victor Mitchell is the outsider businessman running for Colorado governor.
I plan to repeal the exchange here in Colorado and replace it with a patient-centered healthcare plan where patients can access affordable care.
Vic will find new solutions.
There's a number of different dynamic clinics around the country that are doing extraordinary work, mostly through nurse practitioners. Things like mammograms and colonoscopies and all types of blood work and even testing for mental health, and doing it very affordably.
Vic is a conservative with a plan to fix healthcare.
This means taking on the trial lawyers. This means transparency in pricing. So when you go into a service provider, a clinic, you see what the cash prices and the insurance prices are right when you visit. There's so much more that we could do, but we're not looking at our problems properly.
Learn more about Vic's conservative solutions for healthcare in Colorado at vic4gov.com. Paid for by Coloradans for Victor Mitchell.
All right, guys, let's start things off here on Thursday on Riell Truth. We know that Louis Farrakhan is a racist, anti-Semitic piece of trash. And to his great credit, Larry Elder is on the air saying just that. Here we go.
But first, I was on the we're talking about Louis Farrakhan.
And my friends, the slave trade continues in those countries that Larry Elder mentioned. And unfortunately, the slave trade continues here in America. Ask Kanye West, where the Democrat Party continues to do its best to hold black Americans on their plantation. Freedom is what will make this world better. Freedom. Take a break and we'll be back.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
You look at the blocker plan and reminds our listeners the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early age. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength. They go to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from the blocker plant located at 366 Grand Street in Elizabeth, serving our area since 1943 and specializing in naturalized aged beef and pork and complete custom processing. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240.
Total Concrete Services and law enforcement provides listeners, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This reminder from Total Concrete Services at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. Proud to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. For more information, call 970-535-4780.
North Korea, Donald Trump, and what should be a Nobel Prize before too long. Here's the very latest from last night. Sean Hannity, Fox News, go. Okay, we're having a technical difficulty, as we always seem to. Let's see if we can kick this in there. There we go. Yeah, the damage was done for 8 years during the Obama administration. My friends, this is nothing more than the swamp fighting back, and the swamp is vast, and it's powerful, and it's rich, and it's connected, and they've got targets on their backs, courtesy of President Donald Trump. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Herb. How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices of the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Tiffany Street, using the highest quality herb that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back for the time limit. Just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name and get this help. Or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Not all men are created equal. That they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the America's News Network. Chaplain Collinville is our emergency first responder with a professional break. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice bravery for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins, LLC, the two locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chaplaincollins.com. If catastrophe struck with your family, be prepared. Are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Barrett Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Barrett Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Barrett Survival.
All right, guys, we're going back in time. This comes from a couple of months ago. Ann Coulter speaking at the Oxford Union in England. I played the beginning of this video for you before. Now I'm going to start somewhere around the middle because what she says at the end of this video is important. Here's Ann Coulter at Oxford Union.
Okay, so I think it would be fair to say
My friends, if people come here from other countries and they commit heinous acts, then I think they have a right to be buried, and soon, in their native countries. My friends, this is a brainless comment that I've heard many, many times. Listen to Ann Coulter's response. My friends, you ever watch The Outer Limits back in the 60s? The most famous episode, I think, was the Xanthi Misfits. A rocket lands on Earth, and these bug-like creatures come out, and they start doing terrible, horrible things. And by the end of the episode, you find out that these bug-like creatures are the criminals who've been sent here from some other planet. They didn't want them there, and so they sent their absolute scum of the earth, or whatever planet they're from, worst bug-like creatures here. Well, that's science fiction. We don't need to make it reality. We don't need to bring in people from dirt-poor, third-world toilet countries where atrocities are the norm and bring them into our society so they commit atrocities. We don't need Xanthi misfits. We need to put a moratorium on all kinds of immigration. And we need to sort things out. We need to see who can and cannot send people here. And until we do that, there will be more horrifying cases like the ones that Ann Coulter just spoke about. We don't need the world's criminals. Unfortunately, for the past 8 years of the Obama administration, we were grabbing the world's criminals with both hands and bringing them here. And if you're a Democrat voter, you are partly to blame. We'll be back with more Riell Truth.
United States. In order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 10 through 13. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsors' fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help. American Window Tinting Incorporated in Fragtown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
My friends, this is back by popular request. People absolutely loved it a few months ago when I played this video of Monica Crowley speaking about why the swamp hates Donald Trump. It's a golden oldie. Let's listen. Here's Monica Crowley. My friends, Trump is doing all those things. He is doing them. So you're either on the Trump train helping make America great again, or you're opposing the Trump train, in which case you are on the chump train. We'll be back, and we'll wrap it up here on Riell Truth.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation. God is the Lord. The people he has chosen as his own inheritance. Psalm 33, verses 10 through 12.
Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifices they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com. Total Concrete Services and Law Alliance listeners, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This reminder from Total Concrete Services at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. Proud to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. For more information, call 970-535-4780.
Item from the Daily Mail. Drunk driver 44 sparks fury for smiling in her mugshot after she killed a mother age 60 and injured her daughter 18 when she slammed into the back of their vehicle on the highway. Unquote. My friends, we live in an age in which people who do horrifying, obscene things smile about it. Item also from the Daily Mail. An 18-year-old girl from Indiana has been charged with bludgeoning and stabbing her father to death during an argument over what police described as life issues. According to the victim's ex-wife, Donald Stokes would routinely fat-shame their teenage daughter, Amira Stokes, whom she described as suicidal and suffering from depression. The fatal incident took place in Mount Morris Township, Machina, where Amira had arrived recently to stay with her father after her latest failed suicide attempt. My friends, people, and especially 18-year-olds, teenagers, they need help. Otherwise, they do crazy things like take drugs, try to commit suicide, or try to change their genders. Item. Saudi police saved 3 women from rapists only to arrest them along with their attackers. The 3 victims have been picked up outside a college in the city of Mecca before being driven to a flat where 2 men tried to assault them. One of the victims secretly called Al Mansour Police Department. When the officers arrived, they arrested both the attackers and the women. All 5 are being investigated, but it is not yet clear why the women were held. Stop. Don't be stupid. It is clear. It happens all the time. In Islamic law, if a woman is attacked and an attempt at rape is made, she is the criminal, and most of the time she will be punished, usually by whipping. Item from Breitbart. Several Hollywood celebrities freaked out over comments made by President Donald Trump on Wednesday in which he referred to members of the MS-13 criminal gang as, quote, animals. During a roundtable discussion of California sanctuary state laws, Trump described members of MS-13 as animals, adding that immigration authorities were now, quote, taking them out of the country at a level and rate that's never happened before. Unquote. My friends, you would think that Americans would be angry that the animals from MS-13 are here, but if you listen to the reaction from liberals, they don't care about that. They care about name-calling, and that tells you about everything you need to know about the intellectual capacity of liberals. Item from 6abc.com, Philadelphia. Police said a 6-year-old girl found a bag of cocaine in another student's backpack inside a kindergarten class at Mastery Charter's Hardy Williams Elementary School in southwest Philadelphia. Officials say the little girl thought it was sugar. She put the actual bag in her mouth and was chewing it, said Philadelphia Police Lieutenant John Walker. Fortunately, she didn't break the actual seal. Unquote. My friends, that tells you pretty much everything you need to know about what's going on in the state of Philadelphia. I lived there for 5 years. There are parts of the city that are absolutely wonderful. I lived in one of them. And then there are parts of the city you never, ever want to go. So why are there hellholes in American cities? Well, there are many answers, but here's the biggest and most important one. Democrats. Democrats and liberal policies that have turned inner cities into hellholes. You want to put an end to those inner city hellholes? Good. That's easy to do. Don't ever vote Democrat again. I will be back not on Monday, but on Tuesday. Have a good Shavuos holiday, my friends. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay angry. Hasta luego.